I'm Cheney. Welcome back to my channel, a place where you can find all things self-development, lifestyle and intentional living. If you're into creating simplicity in your life and are on a journey to become a better you, then hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you do not miss an upload. This week I'm going to be sharing with you some real actionable tips so that you can achieve your goals. There is nothing worse than seeing another year go by and realising you didn't achieve anything that you wanted to. However, this is so easily done if you don't have a plan of action in place and a routine of reviewing your goals. I used to be one of those people and it frustrated me so much that I couldn't stick to any of the goals that I had set for myself. It's actually really demotivating to realise you can't affect the change that you want in your life. But I was determined to change this, as I am a big believer in you can do anything that you put your mind to and that you are the creator of your own life. So without further ado, tip number one for you is make use of the fresh start effect. There are a few points in the year where people get that fresh start feeling and finally feel like they're ready to tackle the world and motivated enough to become that better version of themselves that they've always been dreaming of. A classic example is New Year's. Everyone gets that New Year's, new me feeling. It's a point in time that separates the past from the future. The past you and the future you. But despite that, did you know that 60% of people abandon their New Year's resolutions within 6 months and 25% within the first 7 days? If New Year's doesn't do that for you, perhaps it's your birthday or the start of a new school term, but it's a fresh start landmark. Often a communal one that is felt or impacts many people. It's a point in time where you look at the old you and say, ugh, old me never used to do this, but new me is going to do X, Y and Z. The problem with waiting for these set points in the year is that they don't occur often enough. If you want to design a life to help you achieve your goals, you need to dedicate time to figure out what you actually want your life to look like and how you will get there. Once a year doesn't cut it, which is why people look back at their New Year's resolutions 6 months into the year and realise they haven't done any of those things yet. And then they wait another 6 months for New Year to roll around again before them to do it all over again. Set yourself more points in the year to feel that fresh start feeling. Put in your calendar that you will review and set new goals at the start of every season or at the start of every new half term, or whatever points work best for you but happen more than once in the year. This leads me to my next point, and that is to set seasonal or quarterly goals. I actually got this idea when I was reading the book The 12-Week Year, and it was really insightful. I started planning my goals this way and I have actually noticed such a difference in my progress. I went from someone who sporadically set goals and waited until the new year to someone who had 4 specific points in the year to reset and start my goals again. It was quite liberating actually to realise I didn't have to wait for these temporal landmarks to restart my life and take control of it again. I could create them. 12 weeks is also a really nice period of time to get a lot of things done, but not too long that you carry on down an ineffective route without reviewing it. There are a few things to remember when setting yourself quarterly goals, which I'm going to go through with you now. And the first thing to do is reflect. Painful as reflection can be sometimes, it's really important that you do so, as this will inform your action plan or your things to work on for next quarter. Look back and assess what wasn't working for you so well last quarter. What were you planning to do but didn't? Why didn't you do it? Are you in the exact same place as you were 3 months ago? Whatever the outcome or the answer to these questions are, it's okay. It's okay if you're in the exact same place as you were 3 months ago, as this is where the learning and the growing comes from. I always say there is no such thing as a failure. You have just found another way how not to do something. This analysis will really help you to refine your game plan. Tony Robbins always says, what do you do if something doesn't work? You try again. And what do you do if that doesn't work? You try something else. And what do you do if that doesn't work? You try something else again and again and again until you find the thing that works for you. This reflection is essentially putting that into practice. Keep reviewing your last quarters and your last 3 months goal plannings to see how you can do better in your next quarter. All of these small incremental improvements compound over time to make a real huge difference, I promise you. 2, think about what will have the biggest impact in your life. But in the meantime, create a list of actions on how you will achieve that goal. With any actions list will come an implementation intention. What's an implementation intention, you ask? An implementation intention is a declaration to do a certain thing at a certain time in a certain place. For example, if your goal is to be healthier, your implementation intention might be, I will go for a run at 6 AM every day around the block. If, for example, your goal is to write a book, you might say, I will write 10 pages of my book 3 times a week on a Tuesday, Thursday and a Saturday for 1 hour in my office. Studies have shown that by setting an implementation intention, you are 2 to 3 times more likely to achieve that thing. I don't know about you, but for the sake of taking 30 seconds to write an implementation intention, which will increase my chances of actually doing that thing by 2 to 3 times, I will 100% take those odds. There is a catch, however. Research also shows that implementation intentions are only effective if you are using them to do one thing. Which brings me to my next point. Choose your most important goal. This is particularly difficult if you are someone like me who always wants to be doing 100 things all at the same time. But realistically, the more that we try to do, the less we actually get done. Choose the most important thing for you to get done in this quarter. Obviously, you will have a few other things you're working on in the background, like general life things, but this one goal that you've chosen should take priority. All in all though, just implementing quarterly goal setting and the things I've just mentioned previously have impacted me so much. Finally, write them down. I don't know if that was self-explanatory from what I've just been saying, but just in case they're not, write them down. Did you know that you're 42% more likely to achieve your goals just by writing them down? Again, for the sake of taking a couple of minutes to write down your goals, for 42% more chance that I'll actually achieve them, I will take those odds again. So now that you've set yourself some quarterly goals and you know what your aim is for the next 3 months, the next thing to do is weekly planning. This is something that personally helps me so much. It brings my quarterly goals to life every single week. By planning what I need to do in my week to take me closer to my goals, it ensures that the weeks don't slip by, as they inevitably do sometimes, without me taking some sort of forward movement in the right direction towards my goal. By planning in your priority tasks, it increases your chances of actually doing them. It also means that if curveballs and distractions come up during the week, which they inevitably do, they don't end up taking a hold of your whole week, and then the important things end up slipping by the wayside. For me, weekly planning is like creating the stepping stones ahead on the journey to success. Another thing that's really helpful to help you achieve your goals is to have an accountability partner. Having an accountability partner helps keep you responsible to do the things that you said you were going to do. For those of you who don't know what an accountability partner is, it's someone for you to sit with and go through your goals and plan your week with so that they know what you're up to. They can check in on you and ask you how you're doing to help keep you motivated down your path. Almost like a cheerleader. Knowing that you told them that you were going to do a thing that week and then having to tell them why you didn't do it is more hassle than actually doing the thing. It makes you more responsible for that action, which increases your likelihood of actually doing it. Also, having someone to cheer on your successes and small wins of the week is highly motivating, and it means you're more likely to keep on down the path that you're on. And finally, review your goals daily. Reviewing your goals daily ensures that they are always at the forefront of your mind. Keeping them in the forefront of your consciousness means that when you're making decisions throughout the day, you'll make decisions that are geared towards that direction. It helps keep your choices focused and help keeps you focused on the end game. So that's it for today's video. I really hope that you gained something valuable from that. If you do end up giving even just one of these things a try, I would love to hear how they've impacted you in the comment section below. Equally, if you have some game changers that help when you're doing your goal setting and reviewing, I would love to hear from them down below. I'm always looking to implement new things into my life to just take it to that next step. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you do not miss a post, which is every single Saturday. If you'd like to find me on Instagram, my Instagram is @Cheney Parsons. You will see it on the screen somewhere here and also in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really grateful for all of you, and I will see you next week.